Hey guys, what up? We're going to be before we get started. I'll give update on my build real quick before we even do anything. But TLDR, we are in a much more comfortable spot. I switched to Temper Shield, I think on stream. I don't. So I'm up to 8 to not block cap per se, but I'm capped on spell block. Well, almost. I think I cap at 78. But this is while this is going. While this is active, I am spell block capped. Attack, not so much. Spell block, close enough. Right? And this is permanent uptime when I do not use this last spot. When I use the last spot, then which is typically during mapping, I'm chilling. This one is my Jade Flask. I like the movement speed. So I have been running 5 flasks for the most part, and I feel very comfortable in T17s actually. Which is really good. Like as you can see, we basically have perma uptime on everything with 4 flasks except this one, but this one's downtime is not that much, so I can live with that movement speed, you know, for 0.5 seconds or something. But other than that, we're chilling. Then this guy over here, I would honestly like to corrupt him and see if I get higher uptime. Actually, this is the one I want to corrupt the most, but I'm not going to, just because I can't afford this going the other way, you know, because I barely, like, I don't have 100% uptime when I have 5 flasks on. It's close, but it's not 100% uptime, which means single target in T17s, if I so chose to, would have this down for a bit. And keep in mind, without this, I'm also not Chaos Rest capped, so that is also kind of dicey as well. Then what else? Aside that, I changed my AG setup. He's now using an ephemeral's garb, because of which my minions are now crit immune, and so am I. We also do not care about petrification statues, and a whole bunch of other things, but like that is the biggest thing there. His explode has been shifted to gloves as soon as gentle touch, but unfortunately we didn't get elemental weakness on hit, because if I got that, then I wouldn't be able to curse myself with conductivity, and I feel like that's just a net loss in DPS, because what would then happen is early weakness applies, then temporal chains applies when he hits. Both of these are active, and if I give him a windscreen to increase his curse limit by 1, then he can apply 2 curses. Then we can apply 2 curses as a whole, but he would be applying 2 curses on his own. So if I had to curse after that, he's going to overwrite my curse. You know, he's going to hit again and overwrite my curse with his 2 curses. So I just chose, you know, I'll just leave temporal chains being temporal chains, and so I could keep my curse, because my curse is still better than his elemental weakness would be in terms of DPS. Then we have, because we are now capped on spell block, even with this, like we're now almost capped on spell block with this up. I have also opted for, yeah, this needs this flask out if I want full uptime. Anyways, I have also opted for a spirit offering instead, because I don't need bone offering. I still might go bone offering in certain T17s if we have like those lightning golem things that just, you know, those ones that hurt. I'm also considering still skin over immortal call. There's an argument for both of them, but it's just hard to justify not having this buff, right? Because it's the biggest advantage of immortal call. What build? This is currently an animate weapon. This is currently animate weapon, but a perma Val animate weapon. So the way this plays out is I just show that I have my Val animate weapons. It doesn't have any soul lockout period, and this will eventually fill up and I can use it again and rinse repeats, or while I'm mapping I just killed stuff and just use it again. So like we're able to get to 21 Val animate weapons, and of course we can still use regular animate weapons on top of this if we so choose to. But yeah, that is the build. What else did we change? Currently Currently, our AG has Garb of the Ephemeral, Asenat's Windscream. So this gives him some explode. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. I am considering giving him some sort of melee splash, but that is kind of just awkward to have because I would have to drop something like Minion Life for it, and I don't like the idea of that. That said, I am giving them a whole bunch of like increased life from my tree simply because I'm able to what's it called, because I'm able to get crit immunity from him. I have the ability to go with this, so I'm considering it. I'll probably POB it and decide. So yeah, by playing a button build, yes, sadly it is a very button intensive build, but I'm trying to make it less button intensive by, you know, mostly just using that. By using Val animate weapon instead, I do not like when I'm mapping in T16s, I typically don't need to use I typically don't need to use, what do you call it? I want to change my tree, by the way. I was trying a new strats. Didn't feel too good. But anyways, besides the point. Currently the buttons are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So but once I have them summoned, I typically don't need to do much other than convocate. I also don't have a mobility skill because I'm very quick, like almost all the time. And I can technically be quicker if I so choose to. So I don't need a movement skill. Osprey's wheelchair so good for AG if you want extra curse and hex proof. I don't want Osprey's because his chest piece already is very important. The AoE is dog shit. Even if stuff is right next to you and him, it doesn't work. Oh, according to the wiki, it's actually decent. Like it's not the widest range out there, but it's decent. Like if I were to look at this radius, this is the range of the crit immunity. I think it's like 6 seconds here. Nearby enemies. Ephemeral. Allies. Yeah, it's 6 meters. And 6 meters according to this is here. So if he is right on top of me, enemies up to here, this radius, which is basically a screen, almost like it's not a screen, but it's pretty good. So if he runs forward towards the enemies, it's going to be extending off screen. Even if stuff is right, frequently when I would die, I'd portal back in and so mobs surround the portal on my AG and I still die. But if I swap to Brass Dome and go back into the same map, I don't die. What if in that situation it's just a case of what if it's just a case of the armor from Brass Dome was mitigating the armor, the physical portion of what they were doing. By the way, Luna, what up? How you doing? PoE. Let me see. Is this the post? I had Mage Blood and Defiance of Destiny and Nigerian charge. It wasn't the armor. I proved it in many situations. Okay. Is it an action space slow movements with regard protection from monsters like chill, but not things like tarred ground? So this no one talks about it. No. Yeah, no, I saw. There wasn't really anything from people from the replies, I don't think. And Germany range is about 65. The maximum range is indicated by where the ranger. So like this person says they tested it, but this is for which of them? Nearby is the other reason put on guard for anti-crit aura. For reference, generally more updated wiki. This is one of the threads I ran across. Aura affects a lot, which I want to know. Information has been installed. A friend of mine and I did some testing and determined that the radius is about 65. The maximum range is indicated by where the ranger character is standing. Was only tested the radius of the anti-crit portion of the aura, but I would assume it's probably the same as the anti-slow one. And if we're to open this image, we see it's like all the way off screen. The person who replied to your posts. No, wrong one. Where is it? This one. You are in 5 meters anyways. I purged the wrong radius info in wiki, by the way. Make sure you are within 5 meters anyways. This doesn't really say. The 5 meter radius is for the buff. The wiki says it. The wiki mentions the 5 meter radius for... The wiki mentions the 5 meter radius for the nearby allies action speed. So like, this is 5 meters. It's under the 5 meter section, which is Garb of the Ephemeral. But then the 6 meter method is for the anti-crit portion. Yeah. What else you streaming on? I'm currently streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Just vibing. How is your lightning strike? Was it? How's it going? But yeah, the ally portion here is 5 meters and then the anti-crit is 6. So 5 meters would be here. So this is the the action speed thing. So if you run out of this range of your AG, which is why I personally am not going to rely on the AG for stun immunity, because it's not reliable, especially with how far I run away from him. But when we're facing enemies, I typically do not like go closer to the enemies than this radius for him. So I'm not really worried about him. I'm 100% certain doesn't work. I tried Pantheon 2 and tattoos were the only solution. I mean, it's... The only way I can test this really is by going into a crit T17 and just running it. But from what I could tell, I ran a power charge T17 and it was chill. Like typically with crit and animate weapons, your animate weapons do not survive. Like they will die because it's the nature of the beast. You know, that is the nature of the beast. It's crits, they don't have that much survivability. Like getting hit by so much shit, they will die. But like in the case of with anti-crits, then the crit is no longer a factor, and then they now have the ability to regen and all of that. But yeah, Arcane, thinking of doing the stack deck strategy, could more fun to switch things up. Yeah, I am. I'm currently just thinking about what I want to farm. I don't know. I currently still have the tree from my June Scarab Titanic Skirab farm, and this is the result of like I think it was like 3, 4, 5-ish maps, something like that. It wasn't that crazy, but crit immunity range is too low to rely on. I mean, if I die to crits, then I would typically know, right? So all I can say is we'll wait and see how I think it feels, pretty much. Like that's all I can really say. Because like right now, the biggest draw he has is the crit immunity and the action speed. And I mean the action speed in the sense of if we run a map that has petrification statues, he is going to be a big asset. But I am also considering going back to explode chests because it's way more reliable than his current setup, and I can still give him elemental weakness if I go Gravebind, because he's not going to have 2 curses, which is the annoying part about this. Yeah, like you still use it for DPS because action speed and it can help minions with crits, but for your own survival you wouldn't rely on it because it doesn't work. Objects actually block his AoE. You mean like walls? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Auras are limited by vision or line of sight. Like for example, I feel like this one should be in range, but like they're getting my auras now. If I were to block off line of sight, they probably don't get the same auras. Like if I'm in toxic sewers and they go through a doorway, they're no longer benefiting from my auras as well. I'm aware of the line of sight thing. I try to keep line of sight with my minions at all times because I don't want them to A, lose the res, B, you know, I don't want to lose the buffs they're giving me too, because I'm also getting fortification and all these other things as well. So I pay pretty close attention to like line of sight with most of my minions. With the people I don't care about, like the swords can go I don't care about the swords because I can just resummon them anyways. Is bait, but why garb is still good is temporal bubbles and shit. I don't think it's completely bait. I personally think the AoE is going to be decent. I don't think it's going to prevent 100% of crits. Like you can still get off screened. You could have a situation where your minions are attacking something here and something here tries to attack you and crit you. There's a whole bunch of shit that can go wrong with crit immunity, but I also understand that, and I'm going to play around that simple fact. And that's kind of the thing. It's like by not caring as much about crits, I can invest more into other things, and in the worst case scenario, I can just go anti-crits all the same. Like I typically always get anti-crits. Like it doesn't matter too much to me, you know. Iris bites. Why are you trying to get it for 20 chaos? This is not worth 20 chaos, my guy. I can't imagine why you're trying to get this for 20 chaos when everybody else's one is like much cheaper. Maybe because it thought I'd respond. I mean, that's probably it. You can get +1 and huge chaos res on AG. AG is not having any chaos res problems right now. My AG, I have this. I have this, and I gave him, what else has chaos res that he has? Let me see. Anime Guardian. He has 20 base. He has Grave Intentions. Oh, okay. He has 2 under cap. But that's because I haven't picked this yet. Once I pick this, he should be over cap. Cool money, don't spend all day buying shit. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm sometimes that way, but you know, a part of me just can't how do I put this? It is hard for a part of me to accept spending an extra amount of money, assuming it's like a 1C to 20C difference, even though it's just at the end of the day 20 chaos, and I'm fine with 20 chaos. Also, why have I not changed my cosmetics? I should change my cosmetics. There's no reason why. We'll go for a Kalguran style with this one, since we're going for like... Can I just not have a helmet? It looks like I have to have a helmet. Okay. I don't like the gold and the blue though. It's all part of the same set. Where's the surfboard? That's what I wanna use. Surfboard and yeah, okay, cool. I just realized that this character for some reason did not have an MTX, which is like, why? Not saying you should use it, but it's a good item and people don't realize it. Cosplays will let me actually just look at the item real quick. PoE wiki. Cosplays will. Also, why do I have a second window open? Oh yeah, I was supposed to look at someone's build. That's why. Hexes can affect hexproof enemies, always poison on hit against cursed enemies, and you can apply an additional curse. Chaos res. Like if I wanted an additional curse, what I would do is I would just go explode chest. That would give me the curse room I would need to fit temporal chains, early weakness, and my conductivity curse. But I don't care for it. Nice chaos res though. But yeah, typically I would just go explode chest and get the additional curse anyways. Okay. But yeah, this is the current state of this character. He is basically block capped without... He is block capped without offering, because offering is here. So we have gone for offensive offering. Explode is diminishing returns. It doesn't kill res. Yes, but like rares aren't really my issue. With this build, we have decent single target. Like I'm just going to run a T17. I don't know what strat I want. The problem right now is I don't know what strat I want to run. I kind of want something that feeds into each other. So like I can run T17s to farm T16 8 mods, and then T16 8 mods to farm T17s, but like I don't know what else to put in there, you know? I don't want to use anything like Titanic Scarabs on T17s because I still need to scale this build's defense to the point where I can handle that, but it's not there yet. This is one easy upgrade I should be trying to get so I can get better auras on my Chaos Golem and yada yada. But like stuff like that. T17 fine, but I'm talking about super juice like deep delve. You one-shot trash mobs in late game anyways. Astronaut is enough. The thing is, okay, look at this. This is how I'm going to run it. I'm going to run a map, a T17 as is. This strat is supposed to be a Titanic Scarab-esque. It's a weird one. I'm supposed to be combining June, so Betrayal and Titanic Scarabs, and because June has unique monsters, they're supposed to like give good rewards, Scarabs, Scarabs, gold, all of that good stuff. But it was experimental, and never even notice it, but notice hexproof for 1k delve and similar. That's the thing. I don't do deep delve. One thing I am looking at One thing I'm looking at or looking into with this character is I kind of want to get so there's like
This is your eternity.
there's a few things, right? Like, look, we have good single target. Like, I can actually skip some phases on T17 Katarina depending on the mods, but this is what the clear speed looks like. Actually, it's not, because I don't have like full swords or anything. But like, it's kind of what the clear speed looks like, and we explode in comparison.
By the time we're through, no one will be able to tell you.
Explode in comparison, screens would be deleted, and then all my swords can focus on the one red that's still alive. Versus this version where, you know, they're attacking everything because, well,
You could end my life.
they're just attacking everything because that is what is still alive to be attacked. Does that make sense? Like, with explode, you just get rid of the trash and then you can focus on the big enemies pretty much. And one other thing to add on top of this is something else to add on top of it is just gonna pick everything there. You get temp change plus despair on hit for quality of life and blind. You can use explode chest. I know. I don't plan on using explode chest without grave bind. Like, I'm basically talking about two different setups here. There's two different setups I have in mind. There's the Asenats, which is the explode for this setup, and then there's the explode chest, which is a different setup. The explode chest goes explode chest, grave bind with early weakness, which is expensive, but you know that. And then it also uses scorch boots. So DPS, it has really high DPS, it has really high explode, all of that good stuff. But quality of life in T17s will be worse because my minions will get crits a whole lot more and a whole bunch of other shit that, you know, that I can't exactly POB and whatnot. But yeah, it's like we explode chests, I get to get rid of the trash so I can then focus on the actual tougher enemies, if that makes sense. That's kind of the idea here.
Please, not here.
I choose.
Was that really necessary?
I just.
Was that really
Who else is here?
necessary?
Oh, Vegan is here.
You're taking all glory. Here I come.
I think explode chest meta is not as good as people think. Why? I think explode chest is really good. Is it the one-stop shop for every build? No, of course not. But I think it's really good. Okay, good. I can actually stand in the lightning and not just die to the many hits. So that's always good. Like, this guy is just fucking tanky. Basnas gives 2 curse and blind and crossface deals with hexproof. Explode chest just gives explode, right? Explode chest does more. Explode chest is explode. It's additional curse, so +1 curse. It is PDR. The way I make it is PDR for your AG, and it's a res of choice plus chaos res, because I always benchcraft chaos res at the end. But that is explode chest. So you have a 35. You're getting 35% explode. You're getting AOE from the mod because it comes hybrid 35 and then explode. Sizzly watch trick. God damn, 10. Good shit. Appreciate you. What up? How you doing? Yeah, but also if AG dies, AG is not dying. That's the thing. I haven't lost an AG in weeks at this point. And the reason I lost that one was because I wasn't using Mask of the Stitch Demon. I used to like going offensive helmets, but like Mask of the Stitch Demon just makes it so I'm not worried about my AG dying. Well, lots of people whinge about AG dying, so having 3C uniques that do the same thing. If you don't plan on your AG dying, then you don't have to worry about 3C uniques or 10 divine uniques. I have a chains of command build. That AG has easily over 40 divines of gear. Easily. He's not gonna die. No. I know what you're about to say. Recover life on minion deaths. No. I tried it. With chains of command, I used it and it was fine for a bit. But in situations where your swords are not dying, and keep in mind there are 2 scenarios where your swords don't die, it can screw you over. It's not immortal. It's not perfect, and it's definitely not immortal. What do I mean? So I'll tell you about how my AG died with my chains of command, my initial change of command build. The initial version, Phantasms couldn't work on that build, but Phantasms in this still aren't perfect because Phantasms are ranged, so they keep their distance, and if the thing in question that's fucking up your AG is melee, it's, let's say the thing is here, where they are now. If your AG is here and your Phantasms are on top of you shooting, and it doesn't have big AoE to kill the Phantasms, then, you know, Phantasms refresh on every hit. Isn't it like a % chance to refresh? Gems. I think I should still have like a decently leveled Phantasm. I think I might have just gotten rid of everything. In the other tab, I know. Yeah, it's a 20% chance depending on how quick. Max cap of 10. I mean, if you put on your main DPS skill, sure, but like on an AG, it depends on how fast he's hitting. And with a Kingmaker, let me see how fast my AG currently hits on this setup. Yeah, on this setup, he's hitting 3 times a second. So on average, with a 20% chance, and I assume, let me open PoE Wiki to see if it scales. PoE Wiki. Summon Phantasm support. Yeah, it's just a 20% chance. So if it's on like an AG, it would take my AG 2 seconds on average to summon one, which is not enough production. And not AG. Are you going to sacrifice a DPS gem for it? Because like in this case, my AG and my Spectres are on the same gem. Hungry Loop or 6 link, the Phantasms have roughly, that in and of itself is a lot of, what's what I'm looking for here, investment to even go down that route. And even then, you would then need a dedicated minion who is supposed to make this phantasm, so let's say zombies or whoever else, right? You would have to have a dedicated minion that its job is to hit often and hit quick so that you get your phantasms. Now in theory, let's even say you create a phantasm every second and you replace the older ones that are there every second. This minion is not dying, you know. Val Skellies. That means I would have to put Val Skellies in my build. Then what happens in T17s when those Skellies, like those Skellies are producing phantasms and those phantasms are dying? But then there's like a whole bunch of AoE that would still kill lower health minions in T17s as an example. You're dealing with Katarina's bullshit. You're dealing with potentially, let's say, grasping vines. You're basically dealing with a lot of bullshit, and you're dealing with crit on top of this, right? You throw all these things together, your minions, despite having the recover life, will struggle to stay alive, and because they are struggling to stay alive themselves, you're not even producing as much in the way of phantasms as you would like to. And if it's summon skellies, it's even doubly so, because with summon skellies, they will survive, but they will bleed out. So like it might be that I have permanent animate weapons, but if I were to use that would also break my build, by the way, just putting it out there. Val Skellies would break my build because it would actually create a soul lockout period, which this one does not have, and yada yada. But besides the point, you throw Val Summon Skellies, they are going to slowly bleed out unless you're constantly replacing regular Skellies. Like once the 4-second Blessed Rebirth, assuming you're using Blessed Rebirth, is done, they will start dying off even with the phantasms. Now it may not be as quick, but when you're dealing with high damage content, they will die. You are guaranteed they will die. It isn't even a case of they are regening so much, they will die 100%. And if you keep losing these guys, then everyone dies. As soon as one dies, your source of phantasms has dwindled. And not only that, phantasms are only created on kill of regular mobs or white or blue mobs and on hit of rares. So assuming there isn't even a rare to hit, or that they have access to hit, maybe it's in the bag, maybe it's in a group of mobs, yada yada, they could also just not be creating phantasms as well. You still need decent life and DR, but you no longer need life regen elsewhere. You spam actual skellies in my build too. You see, like, that is the only thing. You would have to spam it. You have to use regular skellies to keep propagating this. Like, you're basically going to turn into your minions' lifeline at that point. Where if you're not actively like spamming skellies, like let's say this is me spamming skeletons, if I'm not actively summoning those skeletons, my minions will eventually die. Basically. Arcane, I actually updated Ellie. I don't plan on playing it on stream or anything, but eventually maybe. Fantastic zombies, hard carry through T17s. I mean, like, it's good regen. It's just not enough in my opinion. It's not nearly enough. Even if you're overwriting them or they're just naturally dying, it's not enough. Because what happens in a situation where they all get blown up? Now you have no regen because you have to summon those skeletons. That then has a chance to summon the phantasms. And there are some like BS situations where this can happen. Oh, by the way, I actually wanted to boss for a bit. I wanted to showcase a single target of this build in its current state. We still have a lot of upgrades to get, but I wanted to showcase that in particular. So let's do that. We're going to do a boss that we're going to do the work. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to end up with... We're going to do this. And then we're going to end up with Exarch. This is a boss I always avoid because I typically don't have Val Summon Skellies. So this is always a pain to deal with. But you go here. Oh god, so I need to do this. All right. The goal here is just to showcase the DPS, so we'll see. Basket is 40 skeletons. If they die, that's 40. Yes. In the moment they die, your AG is going to gain an insane amount of health. But what happens in the next second if it's consistent damage that just blew them up? What if it created like a strong ignite as an example and they're all dead? You have to then start the propagation process to then you log out. See, like that, I don't want a situation where I have to think about my minions, especially lately. I've been playing on a Steam Deck, and I don't know how I would log out on a Steam Deck, to be honest. But this is what the damage looks like. We still... Ooh. Once you have your swords out, we didn't get to max swords, by the way. So, do you guys want to see what it looks like when I actually spend time in generating the swords? I agree, but it happens. But if you have... This is the counter argument. If you have good minion life, you have good minion ES through this and ascendancy, you have these two things, and then you have a Mask of the Stitch Demon. You just don't have to worry about it. I've had situations where basically my AG had no business living in where he did.
Simulacrum. How unexpected.
Mass doesn't heal specters or zombies. I agree, and I still use it in my build, for example, because golems still need healing, zombies, all like specters need healing, all of that good stuff. I agree. It is, you can use recover life. I just would not rely on that for the AG, because in all of this we're saying, the only thing I have in mind is AG, and the reason AG is the only thing I have in mind is because I have been in many situations, like many situations. And if you want, I can even train if someone phantasm right now, because I do have the recover life on death. I can train it in this link here in place of minion life, and we'll see how it performs. Carrion Golem hits frequently, Chaos Golem hits frequently, they both hit frequently, so I just think even with them as a propagating factor, you will still end up in awkward situations when it comes to AG, because the other minions are not hard to replace. So like I only have 11 swords up now. I have way more swords I can, well, I have more swords I can summon, but it's gonna take a while to get them up. Am I blind? Okay, good. We have our first set of Val, thankfully. Okay. Way better survivability than anything else. I'll give it a shot for phantasms in here in minion life. I know we'll run a T17. This is the one fight I hate on minion builds. Not necessarily because of Val's. Minion builds, I should rephrase it. I hate on builds that do not have access to Val summon skellies, because, well, ball phase and AoE minions, they don't really go that well together.
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling.
The appointed time is here. Victory will be ours.
The fires of 1,000 suns.
I'm gonna need y'all to keep it away from me.
That may be, but I am not alone.
How pathetic.
Ow, 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 ow.
Is that all you have, hatchling?
It's always just awkward, man.
The fires of 1,000 suns.
Bruh, are you kidding me? Can you explain to me why he hasn't moved on?
Disintegration. Cleansing.
Like, is there a reason you didn't move on, my guy?
Annihilation.
Then he's gonna do the same BS again. Kill him!
Until the others arrive to challenge me for this realm.
Yeah. This is like the one fight that is always a pain if you can't keep your minions alive. Emphasis on if you can't keep your minions. Oh wait, you know, I just realized I got this. This is the solution of the flesh, right? Where's the solution? On ID, the solution is a divine. We might as well just ID it, see what we get. Ooh, 29% more life. I think that is good money. 2 divines. Take it. I always play zombie golem. Give me a second. 2 divines. I always play zombie golems, and so it works really well in my build because it shares same damage. You want level 20 phantasms as the DPS on their own too. So do you put them in your zombie links is my question. What links do you put them in? That was quick. Okay, we'll just put it up at 3 divines then. Did before loop as SSF. True. So you get a hungry loop. What is in your hungry loop? Skelly, Val Skellies, and that's with Phantasms, Predator, and Feeding Frenzy. What is the fourth support gem? Minion Life. Minion damage. Okay. They have, with damage supports, I can see them being decent. One thing I like about this setup personally is I can always switch if I wanted to a different minion. So like this weapon, I'm probably going to use it again for a, I'm thinking of making a golem build at some point, so I might do that. Anyways, swapping out golems or zombies in the same 6 link. But yeah, but this is for a single target, correct? Because their clear is still, they don't have GMP or anything, they don't have peer, so it's for single target, yeah. We'll try it. I do want to go to a T17, but like I'm actually just thinking about my strategy here. What do I want to do for T17s? I could just do what I was doing yesterday, which is this guy, to be fair. I could just do that. For now, I'll just dump this, and this. It's this I should be splitting up. Okay, cool. What strat do we want to do? I'll just run the T70 on my old strats, I think. That's what I should do. Who knows? For now, I do have maps I need to dump anyway, so let's dump them. They do pro so they can range stuff kind of, but yeah, the only thing is they refresh. If they refresh, they can't shoot.
Ready to be looted.
Really, Arcane? Did you know it was me, or did you just send it randomly? Do you actually want the solution of the flesh? I was like, wait. Oh, you want it? I mean, if you want it, sure. I increase the price, but I don't care. Let's see. Oh my goodness, so much money. We're rich boys. Oh, thank you. Fanta, use a chroma omen on dagger. Yeah, I should. Fine, let's do it. Okay, cool. I was so scared that I just wanted to make sure like nothing was going to break by doing that. I was like, there can't be anything, right? Not a single thing. I'm not forgetting anything, right? Can you use the second one, please? Bruh. I find this blanching omen to be quite buggy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just decides when it wants to work. And this is not the first time it's doing it or the second time I get to see. Oh god. You're corrupting them? What are you shooting for on the dissolution? Change zones. Yeah, that's the plan. I just kind of want to finish dealing with my map runners first. Ooh. We made some money there. Like at some point, I stopped paying attention to how much my map runners... I don't want to play. I don't want to accidentally disenchant it, so I'm just going to equip it real quick. But yeah, at some point, I stopped paying attention to how much money my map runners pulled in, and I just started using this as a source of destroying maps without actually destroying them. Because I can't actually get myself to just destroy maps or to hide them in my filter or anything. Which eventually I'll probably have to do. Because I have way too many. Ooh, Valdos. At least with these ones, I'm still getting some value out of them, you know? Each Shiva. How much is this?
Oh, it's you. I'm on it. That'll do. Let's make some dust.
Can you enhance? Can you put enhance in Squire? No. It has to be in the weapon. The weapon has levels, so this makes it a level 6 enhance versus it being a level 4 enhance. Bruh.
Oh, we're gonna have fun with that one.
These are my support gems. So let's just dump the things beside. Take that, take that. It's not perfect. Ooh. I didn't know I could discard without with skipping the message. Oh, that is nice. That is very good quality of life. Oh, I left it then, drew Brit in there. Oh well. So if you just hold control while you mess around here, you get to just skip the discard. Good to know. This is actually going to speed up my picking up of stuff from here. See that and then I instantly click. But oh well.
I'm on it. Not bad, not bad. In our next game,
Give us a second.
one of those gods.
What do you mean? What's going on? Blanching. There is no way I'm getting under 4 for this. Level 20 phantasms. I don't think there's a need for this. If it was on my AG, then sure, he would be getting killing blows all the time. But as it stands, it's going to be on my golem, so it's mostly going to be for situations where they're hitting rare enemies. Because I don't want to replace any of the blue gems here. We still haven't gotten a 3 white sockets. Wild stuff. We'll ban that too. Probably cancel this. Get my divines back. Okay, there you go. So you're saying I should put it what with my AG? Oh, it's... How on earth the things... This shit was how many divines a while back? It was almost 3 divines not too long ago. Did I hear something? Dead game now. Ellie's back. Try in 6 link for 1 map. I feel like I'm gonna hate this bar. Okay. So this is going to be here. It should benefit from everything because we have this. So there really shouldn't be anything it doesn't benefit from. All right. We'll just roll up a T17. I'm not going to use scarabs on it. Just pure T17 basically. Then we are going to... This is a crypt map I don't care too much for, but Shaper Touch can be rough. I think I can do this. I don't think there's anything I'm forgetting. Does anybody see a mod that I would absolutely detest, like volatile cores? Because I tend to tune them out. I don't see anything. I can do shrine buff, I think. It might be copium though, but I think I can do shrine buff. It depends on the shrine buff though. They hurt? I can imagine.
I need more mana. Life is too precious to waste that. When I'm ready, and not before.
See top left. I see. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So this is when I would expect it to be good because this is when I'd expect it to be good. Reason being we are mapping, so the swords are getting a lot of kills. So every single yeah.
Death will never come for an immortal.
Oh, she has the what's it called? I think that is Ellie, Max Ellie Res Shrine. Or am I wrong? That is Max Ellie Res, right?
Your soul burns for me. Call a man.
Okay, I'll keep my eye on the top right. But yeah, with this many minions, props. They are replacing quite frequently, I'll be honest.
Your soul burns for me. Give your soul to me.
Oh, I'm running out of swords. That's not good.
Call a man. Arise, my children. Feed. Give your soul to me. Call a man. Mortal. Arise, my children.
Getting like 20 to 30% life regen in a second. It is very good. Like, if it's on the main link, then yes, they hit a lot. With the number of minions I have and all that, it is very strong. And I shouldn't have to worry about any minion dying. They do feel really good too. Like, this actually feels good too. Pit Skellies are another minion. To be fair, I can also fit in Val Summon Skelly as well. There is that too. If we choose to drop Enhance, I can throw in a Val Summon Skelly. Which would be dumb. It would be a stupid amount of I guess Val skills, a stupid amount of minions to have to even begin with. And then you don't use Val Summon Skelly. I know. I don't think I would actually do this, but it's like meme basically. The problem with Val Summon Skelly is, or my problem with them at least, is they don't follow you. And like, animate weapons are beautiful because, well, they are as aggressive as SRS. They basically have SRS AI. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I won't lie. Like, I'm actually very impressed with this. Of course, this is not a plug and play, or this is not the fix all defensive problems. This is a, if they are not getting one shot, they don't die. And life regen for those when there's nothing to kill. That would mean I would need a different node though. I would need enduring composure, and instead of going dread march, I'd have to go life from death, which I don't mind going either. True. Why don't we get this? We'll just get it. Yeah, true. I realize I don't need enduring composure because the idea with enduring composure was what do you call it? The idea with enduring composure was that I would use it alongside the warlord and then use the mortal core as a defensive layer. But in reality or in testing, no, I have issues with the Spectre first and foremost. The Spectre is kind of, oh, sick, you're a don't you dare ruin this from me, Arcade. Don't you dare. Okay? No. We are animate weapon. We are Val animate weapon. Okay? Do not dare tag Zoomancer on this. We don't do that. Exactly. It's not a Zoomancer. It's a, thank you. It's a minion army. There. Happy? We have 40 something swords, and if we wanted to with the phantasms, we have, what do you call this? How many do we get? 11. We have like 60 plus. Yadi, it's not a Zoomancer, it's a minion army. Oh god, what have you done? This Zoom. My job as an instigator has been completed. Zoomancer. Ever since that guy came out, you cannot have a minion army without it being a Zoomancer. Like, what happened to just having minion builds? I'm gonna corrupt this just because why not? Of course. Why not? How much are they going for? They're cheap, right? Yeah, they are. Okay, let's actually show this in POB and let's see what it looks like in terms of DPS. Because I am actually curious. I don't know how to set up. One thing I have a problem with, I don't know how to set up summon phantasms on PoE. I assume you know how to do this. You can't PoE them. I heard there's a wonky walk around for PoE in them, and I also don't know how accurate that wonky walk around is. But like, if my options are between PoE and math, like I'd rather just not. You know, just it is what it is. I have damage. GG, good game. Tech, you see you next time. Holy shit. Attack damage and attack rate. And compared to my zombies are basically the same. So I think I'll do a quick Google search, but what my memory tells me, as for oh no, I saved it like this. I kind of wish I didn't save it like this. Yeah, I can't undo it. Megalomaniac. This recover life. I think I had this and crits, as well as this. Yeah, that looks about right. There's a point missing. Where did I take a point out of that? Where did I have a point before that I took a point away from, or whatever, however you say it? Here? It wasn't there. It wasn't here. None of these. Maybe here? Oh yeah, it was. I think it was this guy. Yeah, I would do this guy. Okay. So the way I think people PoE phantasms. Let me just do a quick Google search. But the way I think, let me see. Numbers don't mean anything. I tested in game and I like it. True. Add me on Discord, Alira. Okay. Let me see. No space or anything, just that, right? I think I sent you a friend request. Check if you see from me. My name is like Warlord TH or something. Oh lol. Rip. Let's cancel that. What is your... Yeah, you actually do. Like, no cap. I actually think they feel good. Cad versus Jad. Alright. I actually think phantasms feel good. And it solves a problem I was having, which is Carrion Golem was being a pain to keep alive, like an actual pain to keep alive. You saw the PoE, I was considering just dropping him, picking up a 12-link passive cluster, and just using the points elsewhere. But yeah, it's good. I can't complain, at least. As for PoEing them, yeah, when I had Guardian's Blessing and Stone Golem was dying, yeah, that's the real fun stuff, eh? Yeah, I do think I should switch this out for a minion cluster. So a medium minion cluster. I think I should have a medium cluster here somewhere. No, I don't. Okay, we'll just create one. It solves so many problems for league starts. On your main it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Especially like now that I'm actually going physical minions, it's pretty good. I'll give it that. Where's cluster? Where is there? Medium cluster for minion life. I wanted Dread March and Life from Death. Right? 2% of my life is, well, 10% of my life is 424. So 2% of that is, you know, 80-ish life per second, which is still, it's not game breaking, but it's like, it's nice. But yeah, I was gonna say something. I have issues with the Warlord, But my biggest issue with the Perfect Warlord is his range. So I'll give you an example. If you are walking ahead of the pack when he does his shouts, you just, all your endurance charges are going to fall. You do not have any endurance charges. Versus Enduring Composure where you're guaranteed. Now, I'm also not going to not have him because my minions do need endurance charges. I do want them to stay alive. But, I mean, with the supplemental phantasms dying, maybe it's less of an issue. And I can actually, I don't know. We'll see. Keep him on meat shield. I don't think I have the option of meat shield. Like, I can, but then my AG is going to be on meat shield, and that's unideal. Yeah, that's unideal. I don't want my AG, because of my AG's current explode setup. 69 mil DPS. Oh, the DPS is, this is a low ball, by the way. This is a, the reason I say this is a low ball is, well, there are a few reasons. For one, this uses Val animate weapon using this base. Why don't you have Dell gem level boosts? Because I want the buff effect from Chaos Golem for that extra bit of PDR. I thought about it, but I think I'm valuing defenses more now because my offenses are so strong. And this is not my in-game POB, by the way. This is the aspirational POB. This is not my in-game. My in-game looks more like this guy here. You do Dell Fossil mod. Wait. For +1/+1. Explain. This is on what? On the weapon? Or where? Boots. I don't think I know the mod you're talking about, actually, now that I think about it. Craft of Exile. I don't think I know the mod you're referring to, so let's look. Boots, right? Strength, anything doesn't matter. Delve. Socketed Minion Gem. Faceted Fossil. Faceted Fossils. Level of Socketed Int, Dex, Strength Gems, and these are suffixes. This? I think it's this. I mean, Socketed and level of Minion Gems. So combine this and this. I mean, I'd get +3 levels to Socketed Minion Gems, which is nice. Like, that's nice. I don't think it would fit the build. Here's why. If I were to do that, I can't have this set up. This would have to go here, and this would have to go here. But then I would need to have a green socket here, but a green socket doesn't work here because then that wastes 25% of my physical damage to cold damage versus having everything go to lightning. Then you don't need Empower. I think about for like moving this here and this here, that could also work. That could actually work in that case, if that is what you're suggesting. Then you wouldn't need an Empower. Yes, but one more thing to note is I'm kind of also suffix starved to a degree. Because I'm kind of suffix starved because I have more than I need, but I also don't have enough for when the altars cut me down. So I do technically need more res than I currently have. You have shit percent armor and is 50% res really that big? This? My chaos res is not capped. This is Like it's 59. If I don't have 15% chaos res, I drop even below that. You get like 50% all res. My points are kind of tight. So like, if you look at the tree, well, this is my current character. So this isn't the level 100. So I'll go back to the other POV. This guy right here, we have points for block. We have points trying to get as much life as we can. We have points trying to get to block, as high block as we can get without bone offering, because I want my spell block to be practically capped without bone offering. Yada yada. All this to say, yeah, I'd have no clusters. That's how point starved we are, because we are going for flask, perma flask. So we're using this. Ignore the fact that I don't have an empty. This typically goes off when I'm doing challenging content, but when I'm mapping, like it really doesn't matter. I'm not gonna die or anything. For the most part, I do die sometimes. But anyways, I have this. This is a point I could save, but I can't remove this because I need the flash charge here, flash charge here, flash charge here. And I'm also using impossible escape for this. So yeah, it's like I could drop this and drop Carrion Golem, but that is less DPS technically. But I could do that. I could drop this, put the points into here, with the life on death coming from there, and a loss in... Like, that is what the idea I think I might be leaning towards, which is drop this with the crit immunity, pick up a cluster, and with the cluster, with the newfound points, obviously I pick up a medium cluster that has life from death. So something along the lines of this. This is what I was playing around with. And then you throw in a medium cluster there. You pick up everything. And if you can, you know, you go for this. But I don't think I can. I don't think I have that option that is available to me. Skip out on this. Yeah. Skip out on... What was the other thing I took a point out of? I think it was you. No, it was you. Yeah, like that. Then I just need to figure out 1 point to drop somewhere. And that's about it. And if I had to pick a point to drop, it could be Leech, to be honest. I no longer need Leech because they are regenerating so much from here. Right? I don't need the Leech because they're regenerating so much already, just by virtue of killing stuff, getting phantasms, killing the phantasms being refreshed, so on and so forth. Leech is not necessary. So I could do this. This is an option that's available to me, and that gives me 2 spots to where I could potentially Flesh and Flame Liege of the Primordial and still get my Carrion Golem as well. Dread March renewal. You mean get renewal on this guy? I have Dread March here. Alright, Kat, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the tips and I appreciate the advice on phantasms. Feels good. I like it. Have a good rest of your night. I like this setup. And what I could do with this, like I have to... Peace. I have 2 of these. But this is assuming I'm just relying on my perfect warlord for endurance charges, which I think can be rough. Don't have to use it. No, I know. I appreciate it though. It feels good, and the DPS wise, it doesn't feel like I'm losing much in the way of DPS, so I can't complain. I do lose some max weapons, and of course I lose what is this? I lose 2 levels on my weapon, so we still get 27, so like it's not the end of the world. And there is a universe where I run the lab to get a 2120 or a 2023 and Val and mid weapon, as the case may be. I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I know there's a lab thing that switches one gem to be the other, but I don't know if it does that for like Val animate weapons. I might just have to double corrupt it myself with Doriani's with Alva. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the level 2 phantasms, and the reason for this is I want to level this up so I can give it 20 quality, and then because 20 quality is extra chance to summon from killing blows. I think it's not the most important, to be honest, because this is like a 70% chance already, but it's nice to have. And also we should think about a new farming strategy which we want to do, because I do want to spend more time in T17s, so that is also something I want to figure out as well. There's a couple of things to this, but yeah, I think the first step here is dropping this Megalomaniac and picking one up that has Dread March and Life from Death. Then I guess I could drop this for the Life from Death. I could drop the Leech, I could drop the Recover Life, so that I would save 2 points there. And so I get an extra jewel socket to where I can throw in a... I could just throw in a Ghastly Eye Jewel for now. As for this, how do I PLB phantasms? That is also another question we have to answer. And I think PoE how to phantasms. It treats hunters as a separate attack rather than counting them as a minion. So for my herald, I can either set it to default attack with summon phantasy. Copy is use a copy of your herald setup. Make the scalar on Herald of Purity and Zombies 10 while having summon phantasm in the main skill section for both. So basically what it's saying is, and I could be wrong, so I've already made a copy of this. So Control C, Control V. Phantasms. And what I'm going to do is, instead of this, we're going to drop this here, drop this here, drop this here. And instead, we're going to put it here. So we're going to drop this. I'm going to put Awaken. Well, you know, just put that on Awaken Empower. All the same. It's going to be a 4. It's okay. We'll put 5. Whatever. And then we're going to do Phantasms. The only place where it really matters is here. Phantasm. So inanimate weapon phantasms. I think I have to set this to animate weapon. And how am I meant to do this? Okay, let's just open this POB. That's what we should do. Oh god, it's a paste bin. Control C. Anyone else see paste bins and just like, oh god, I have to manually import? What is it? It's here, right? Import. Let's see how they set up phantasms. Raise zombie, summon phantasm. And then in the main Herald, what was it? This is Herald of Purity, physical projectile. No, Herald of Purity, regular attack, and then this is the Phantasms. And this is Zombie. This is the Phantasm. So they get 12 Phantasms. This is 6/6. So now that I'm going the same thing with Summon Phantasm, shouldn't this be a support? I mean, I don't think there's a different one, so it has to be this guy. Am I bugging? I can't choose Phantasms. It's supposed to be here in default attack, but it's not. So if I turn this, let me see. This goes from that to... I'm going to switch this to Val just so I see which one it is. Why does it even have 2 Vals? I don't understand. Unless it's saying this as just animate weapon, because like this is Val. Meanwhile, there should only be 1 Val, and then this one should be regular. What if I did regular animate weapon here instead of Val animate weapon? Would that work? There. One of the Vals has disappeared, but the other regular animate weapon is there. It's clearly not Phantasm damage either. What if I made this raise zombie? What if it's something like this? Then I just reduce this to 11. I think this works. I don't know. Let's try something. So it's saying how much damage? 2.4 mil damage. What if I switched this from, say, Raise Zombie to Herald of Purity, and I did the exact same thing? Would the damage increase or reduce? That is a bruh, why? Bruh. I clicked on Purity. Do not give me ice. Cool. And then I choose Phantasms. See? This is the problem I have. The DPS is already different. It's already different. Like, it doesn't make no sense. It's the same number, is the exact same thing. It's just I just changed the gem that should be proccing it. Well, I guess that's told me enough. I guess I can't POB the number. It's a TLDR. Sad, but whatever. Okay. Is there anything else I'm missing in this setup? I want to see. I'm going to map, and I'm going to do this. We're going to turn off Enduring Composure. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a T17. And we're going to see how it feels. Just, you know, how does it feel to not have Enduring Composure? Do we feel the difference in endurance charges? Do we feel like, do we just have less endurance charges now? What's going on there? Suppress, poison, damage, frenzy charges. This is going to be a dicey map because it has double damage. Frenzy charges have more damage on them. Frenzy charges have more damage on them, and the map also has increased damage. Now, if unique bosses also had damage, then I'd be very scared. I am honestly kind of scared of the map, I'll be honest, but we'll see. Like, it's kind of scary, you know. Okay, cool.
When I'm ready and not before.
What is the layout of Sanctuary again? I think you have to go like around twice or something. And I can also drop minion life here in favor of mobility, so like Flame Dash, which would be the easy way for me to actually put Flame Dash into my build.
You there, local, come here.
It's a V. So if I'm starting up here, the goal would then be to go down and then start going up the other way, right? Because I'm trying to beeline it to Katarina. I'm trying to beeline it to Katarina to not Katarina, what's her face? Lycia. Then I'll start picking up altars. But to be fair, this is blue altar. This is my blue altar tree, and I don't think I changed from blue altar, so I can ignore altars for the most part, I guess. So this, in theory, should be the way forward, right? Hopefully you're going the right way. Well, one way to find out. So, like, look, I don't have endurance charges at this point. And I'm pretty sure my endurance, like, I wasn't paying as much attention as I probably should have. But I'm sure my endurance charge uptime has not been the best. Like, we do feel very tanky, even without the endurance charges, so there's at least that. You know, there's that going for us, which is really nice. Oh, wait, you know, I just realized it's the one where I'm supposed to kill things. I thought it was one of the other ones. But yeah, I think we just keep going in this general direction. No, I think it's actually to the left now. To the left, to the... Never mind. It's actually here. All right. The V thing worked, so... Let's drop Jade, I think.
You will know pain. Inevitable. I will bathe this world in blood. Impressive, but futile. You are only delaying the inevitable.
Okay. Not bad. I forget what I wanted to see. I'm going to keep my eye out on the endurance charges, but I honestly don't think Warlord is the best way to get endurance charges or to get reliable endurance charges. I think he's there if you like he's a nice source of endurance charges if you don't have any other source, I guess. So maybe if I'm looking at it as I'm not using endurance charges as a core of my defense, but rather as an additional, you know, just bonus layer. If it's there, it's there. That works, you know. That works. These are non-corrupted maps. I should keep in mind. One of these days, I'm going to go through my 8 mod map and purify it from all the non-8 modded maps. Because aside the ones, the tabs I frequently go to, it's entirely possible that a few have snuck in. It's not entirely possible. It's definitely happened that a few have snuck in, you know. Okay, cool. You have 3 perma. Yeah, it wasn't perma. It's like, if he's far enough away, like now I'm going to leave him here. I'm going to see if I'm in range. I should be in range all the same. Yeah, I am in range. But when he actually goes out to fight, I'm not in range and they will fall. Because if it wasn't falling off, I would have 4 at all times. So with our enduring composure, we do have that problem. So maybe the goal is either this. I like Dreadmarch because move speed. Who doesn't like move speed, right? Or maybe the goal should be let me see. Has a minion died recently? Yes. It's almost 100 life regen, which is just nice to have. Like, it's just bonus life regen. What if we go Flesh and Flame Liege of the Primordial? Like, that is actually what I keep. Forbidden Flame Liege. Forbidden Flesh Liege. That gives us like 4k PDR from Chaos Golem. And it means Carrion Golem comes back into action. So we cross the 100 mil range again. I would like to use Phantasms here. I'm just not a big fan of how, I guess, bad it is at calculating Phantasms. That I think would be the biggest downside. I don't think PoE can calculate Phantasms after what I just saw. I don't think it actually is possible. How to make PoE calculate 20 Phantasms. PoE wizards, how do I calculate Sora's Phantasm DPS? If I remember correctly, you can just link it to some other minion gem and it's work just fine. That has clearly not been the case. Clearly not. Should we try again? Should we try to do the thing that they said we should do the first time that didn't work, but they say it should work? That's why everything is saying we should work, but unless there's like some hidden thing to summon Phantasms where the minion that summons them matters, which I don't think it does. I think Kat said they had similar damage to zombies. Let me just shoot him a message real quick. We could also just check PoE DB for this information real quick. PoE DB, now that I remember. PoE DB. You know what else we could do instead of this? It'd be interesting to see this, but how about this? Grand Spectrum. I think it's the Crimson one that has... Nope, it's the Cobalt one. Minion crit multi. And what if we did this instead? It's slightly more DPS, but we lose... Okay. Okay. If we really wanted to see the power of Grand Spectrum, then we just do something like this. And each one contributes more than the last. Grand Spectrum is quite the interesting immutable force. It's quite the interesting jewel that I have not to this day used, but I am always... I like it in theory. I don't like the amount of the amount of sockets it takes, but I like it in theory. But yeah, I think I would rather go Flesh and Flame just so we can pick up the extra phase mitigation. How long would it take to get that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 13 points. It's 13 points. 13! Jesus Christ! So if I were to import my character again, my character last I POB'd, this was way before I made many of the changes I made yesterday, so this is an inaccurate POB. I'm never going to use this. Start, import, You were going to use them on penance, but ended up selling. Why? Why did you end up not using them? And I'm assuming it's the crit multi one, right? So if I absolutely had to, this is how I would go about getting the new socket, I guess. I don't want to sacrifice my block because I think my block is very important for my overall survivability. I would get rid of Leech, recover. I think Leech is already gone, so only +8 max, yes. My aim should be 93, so ball minion cluster, beeline it for here, in which case I'll put the Megalomaniac here figuratively because it's still the same amount of points, so it'd be 1, 2, 3. I'm on 95, so I'd have to go I'd have to do something like this, and then I can do this right now in game. This would be life from death. This would be just DPS really, and life and all of that good stuff. It'd give me more life. We lose Carrion Golem though. We will in the short term we lose Carrion Golem. In the long term we get him back. And then, some more defenses and whatnot. I had a lot of crit multi, min endurance, max life, and min frenzy charges. Oh, so you'd have gotten three endurance, 3 frenzy, and how much flat life does Grand Spectrum give? Oh, 15% increase, not bad. Not bad at all. And if you were to stack 3 max life Grand Spectrums, you're looking at 5% for each, increases to 10, 10, and 15, 15. So like that becomes 45% increase across 3 jewel sockets, which is insane. Wait, hold up. Why have I never done this? 45% increase live? I mean, there's 3 jewel sockets, so that is a steep cost, but like, That is a lot of life. That is a lot of life. Jeez. And if, let's say, I just decided the third one should even be live, that is still 30% increased life with 3. That is actually good. They are insane. Yes. I think I've been sleeping on them, to be honest. I typically have the things I do in my jewel sockets. Am I gonna do this? Am I really gonna drop Enduring Composure? Because again, if I go back to my character and I import the tools, start, import. Now let's just look at my max hits. With this, assuming endurance charges, all of that good stuff, yada yada, I have, and of course flasks because I have them up permanently. I have a 29k phase max hit and a 49k early max hit. In this case, with 4 endurance charges. If I were to drop my endurance charges at any point, my phase drops by 8k and my early drops by the same 8k. They drop significantly, is the TLDR. They both drop. So I really don't want to have a situation where I cannot rely on my endurance charges anymore. What can I do? Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad because we would be gaining Liege of the Primordial and a bunch of other things. So you know what I want to do? I'm going to leave my build as is. And when I get up to, what is my goal going to be? Where to go? Enduring Composure. Pretty pricey that was. I don't know, 120 divines in jewels. Yeah, I don't even doubt it. They are crazy. I've only ever dropped 1 Grand Spectrum and it was from Lab. So I have no idea where they dropped the most from. Got to test it with your new map strat to know for sure if you hate it or not. The thing is, I'm already moving away from that map strat. I'm never going to. I'm not going to deal with that map strat for the most part. But what I am going to do is, I think I am going to try the 4 million dust per hour strat. Like at its core, everything the strat does, I will try it and I will see how I like the dust part of it. I don't think it's worth merging with June. I don't think it is. So we're going to just adjust our tree accordingly. I'm probably going to make changes to this. According to the wiki, some support gems do not work. What I've heard, it's just something like volley not working with soul rest or something. So this is the true we're gonna be. This is not the true we're gonna be going. I'm actually gonna make changes to this. I don't care about essences, so I'd rather go through here. Like, I don't want to see the imprisoned monster because I play a lot on my, what's it called? I play a lot on my Steam Deck. That's what I wanted to say. What else do I want to do? These are fine because they block all the bad Skirabs. But I kind of, where's Ultimatum? Ultimatum is here. I almost want to drop here so I can pick up all this pack size. Because if we're even going to be touching altars and red altars in this case, it just makes sense that we give them pack size. What do you guys think? I think that makes sense. So only Lab and Voidborn? Oh damn, really? I do think the Skira blocking would be less profit than just having the extra pack size from Syrian Exarch, personally. Like, I think that is more worth. I think this is fine. All right, so let's just dump all of these. Use this because why not? Put this in my backpack because I don't think I'm going to use it. And let's see how quick this strategy kills me. That is basically what we're going to do. We also have like almost 2 divines in these, so like we don't have to worry about... We don't have to worry about respec costs. Dust. So the first things first, we're going to remove all of June to make way for the pathing. So let's start with the basic pathing. It's this up here. Perfect. Okay, cool. With that gone, we can dump this entire right area. Anyone else wish there was just a refund all button? Like, I can't be the only one that wishes there was a refund all button. Like, I remember hounding Diablo so much for Paragon points and whatnot, but like, let's be honest, this is kind of dumb that there's no button. It's kind of dumb. Like, there should be. So we just do this. We can go here or here, it doesn't really matter. I think this kind of looks better in my eyes. I don't know why. Personal preference, I guess. And I think that's about it. The core of the pathing has changed, so it should be fine. So I'm just going to start putting in the points. What else? Oh wait, he didn't put this one? He didn't take the 100% more life node. Okay. Everything else seems to be the same, so I guess the only thing that's left is to block everything here. Let me just make sure he actually didn't do that and it's not just... I accidentally clicked something. Yeah, he didn't take it, okay. Okay, cool. This is the dust farming strat. Then for Scarabs, what are we looking at? We have Titanic of Legends, Titanic Scarab, Anarchy. I don't think I have any of the Anarchies. I didn't buy them. Anarchy Scarab. And Gigantification X2. Okay, so it goes this 2 gigantifications. Man, just because I like having similars being beside each other, I'll put it there. And then we have Anarchy. You know, is it just me, or is Anarchy one of the better looking rusted scarabs? I don't know if it's the, I think it's a black color. It just looks nice. Am I bugging? It just looks nice. It actually just looks like it's a really good design scarab. Like, compare that to, like, Legion is kind of whatever. Titanic is kind of whatever. Domination is whatever. Like, this actually, like, this looks like a good design. Okay. Let me pull up my rejects. We're trying to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Trying to get 6 maps. One thing I like about this current build is just how... Let me just make sure everything here is corrupted. See, I knew it. The non-corrupted made their way here. Affinity here. Where is City Square? Seeing as that is the second one I sell often. There. What about Jungle Valley? Where on earth is Jungle Valley? There. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So back to 8 mod maps. All of these pass my... Oh, I was gonna say, how do all of these pass my rejects? It's not even possible. Like, I know the build is good, but it's like, it doesn't care about... It cares about mods. Yeesh. Okay. Then once I've done this, and then I think it's Anarchy here. So let's see how it feels. We're going to see a few things. We're going to see how my minions last against, of course, the Rogue Exiles. First, we have to find the Rogue Exiles. Oh, by the way, here's a fun little. Is he dead? Oh no, he's not. He is so fucking nuts. Did they successfully knock him off of... Okay, I should have just kept pumping my weapons, but... Regen maps are dicey, I see. Okay. We're gonna do this guy over here for anti-regen. Then what else are we gonna do? Bone chill. That should cut off his regen. No bone chill. Frost Bomb. That's what I was thinking of. Where are the ones there we go. I'm going to replace conductivity with it. With these two sources and what else do we want to do? I wanted to go Flame Dash in place of this and try it out. That way I have mobility. And of course we can just hit using that. We may not have like the best accuracy, but we have precision, so it's not the worst either. See? Look at the difference that makes. Big difference. We're going to keep blood, like, we're going to keep Frost Bomb here until we're done with the map, basically. Did he just heal to full? What healed him to full like that? Keep in mind, this is true heal cut and whatnot. Oh wait, I have to kill them multiple times? Is that what's going on? Guess that is what's going on. Oh no, he's Soul Eater. This guy is Soul Eater, and we have this tech going on. So basically, this is just what is my damage against 90% damage reduction. Gigantification. Oh, is that what gigantification does? The more you know.
I need more mana.
Yo, these fuckers have like... They have insane life, I'll say that much. Cause like, it's no problem when I don't have to deal with regen, but I think because I have to deal with the regen and I can't use that and all my other things, I don't know. But we'll see. Uniques, we've gotten our first unique, I guess. But we're half of the map done and only one unique in. But on the bright side, I'm happy I can get to like 100% heal cut. What's Frost Bomb? On 5% reduced life regeneration rates. But there you go. Just Frost Bomb alone is like is on 5% thanks to quality scaling. No. I guess it just is. These are slow maps. Oh, Nameless Seer. Is there anything here that is good? Not particularly. I just go for anything I don't think I've seen much. I would not want to fuck around with this farming strat in T17s, I'll say that much. I most definitely do not. Most definitely. Yeah, I forgot to close this. We can switch back to conductivity, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
When I'm ready, I'm not.
What defensive, what the mods did my last map have? Does anyone know? Like, I know it had Conk Ground, which was the one playing the biggest role, but I think they're also just dying much quicker here. Like, look at that. Is it just me? No, right?
I need more mana.
Oh, God. I guess I shouldn't have touched that, eh? I guess I shouldn't have touched that. It feels good having flame dash. I'll be honest. This is the guy in Dominus's arena, is he not? This is the fucker in Dominus's arena, the one that does those waves. And by the way, where's Gigantification? Oh, it doesn't talk about Rogue Giant. That's why I don't know it does that. Why is the game pulling me back? Okay, cool. We have our first vows. I'm also getting a surprising amount of T17 maps from this. Lightning and shock resistance just got absolutely demolished. Okay, cool. Look at them moving around on the map.
I need more mana.
That's a lot of uniques.
Too much clutter.
Okay, cool. No. Bruh. I went here and it still hovered on the thing.
When I'm ready, I'm not ready.
Alright, that damage, yo. We are doing insane DPS. This is the Titanic Scarab Rogue Exiles strategy. So if it looks like we're not doing DPS, we actually are. The mobs are just tanky as shit. Like, they are just tanky as shit. But yeah, we have really good DPS. What up? How are you doing today? But yeah, we're doing the Titanic Scarab, Anarchy, Anarchy, Anarchy. I actually want to run it. I actually want a T17 strat. So I'll probably end up doing like maybe strong boxes in T17 or something, but I don't particularly want to do them. But we'll see. I do want to do something in T17s. I just don't know what yet. Are there rogue exiles? Oh, there's like 2 of them.
I need more mana.
I tried that strat before and got one shot in. Oh, you don't do this strat in T17s. Fuck, you don't do this in T17s. You will hate yourself if you try it. You do this in T16s. I wouldn't even want to imagine what these rogue exiles feel like with
When I'm ready, and not before.
As you can imagine, we are kind of very tanky with this setup, and we just made an adjustment to our build in PoB that once everything is in place, which to get in place we need more levels, by the way, but once everything is in place, maybe I should do an XP farming strat. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. I'm currently just playing around with different strats, and we see this is a proper juicing build. I'll say that much, because like I blew up T17 bosses and I'm happy with that. Like when I say I'm actually I'm taking good damage there. Why am I taking that much damage? My Spectre's like, you're gonna fight that? Really? Yeah, this is very juice content, and honestly, my golems would not be surviving without the summon phantasms rather. I was like, are you still alive? And the best part is like we don't have to run too much to stay alive. We're just, we're just chilling. So the idea of this strat is to farm a shit ton of dust for disenchanting. I want to be able to farm a good amount of dust to then just send shipments more frequently. It's kind of a delayed strat where you don't get the payoff immediately, but that is kind of what I'm aiming for here. There's someone here. Like, the reason I think we're able to tank as much as we're tanking is like, if you watch I want you to just watch my golem health. We have the minion we're using minion regen tech with summon phantasms, and the idea here is they are actively replacing themselves, and they're dying, of course. And because they are my main link, so they're actually my sword, we have a situation where the main thing that's supposed to be killing enemies or mobs is just summoning a shit ton of them. I don't think this works unless I put it on AG if I go Gravebind though, so you know, something to keep in mind. Let's see how much, I guess, gold we get in one map. Oh yeah, this is a 6th link. All right, let's just go dump it in. Let's go dump it in the Disenchanter. One thing I wish they just did is they just give me a button to just send everything.
Gonna have fun with that one.
I don't like that for the past few leagues I've had like UI problems with GGG where it's like it doesn't make sense that this is the UI choice you guys envision for this mechanic.
Not bad, not bad.
There's no reason why I can't just hit the button and send everything in there. They already have the tech for taking it out. Just let it just find space. You know? Like, I don't fully get it, but it is what it is.
Always a pleasure. This one will make great dust. Let's make some dust.
Yeah.
Brought back some things from the Atlas.
This one will make great dust.
And then we'll go back into the maps. And if everything goes well, then hopefully by tomorrow we're gonna have a 50 mil shipment to send, because we already have like 30 something 40 something mil I think it's like 38, maybe a bit higher in food. Oh god, we have to deal with this again. We're gonna replace no, I'm gonna replace Desecrate in future maps once I fix it. Ow. See, like, a problem here now is I do not have, what the fuck? I no longer have my curse. So maybe I should just, let's do this. This is what I should do. Okay, cool. So I don't lose my Spectre or anything like that. We're just gonna do this. In the ideal situation, we get 3 white and 1 blue, not the red. This works. Desecrates should be after Arcanist Brand, then the Offering, and then the Curse. So in this case, we just put Conductivity in place of Desecrate. There. Okay. Because we most likely are not going to need corpses for our offering. But we are going to need curse, you know? But there's someone here. I love how tanky I am. Jeez. Oh. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Bruh. I jinxed myself. I jinxed it. Well, not really. I said it. Then the game was like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I literally went out of the room and the game yoinked me back and I'm like, bruh, really? Like when I saw the rogue exile that he was, because that one is a bitch and I have to deal with. I think it does chaos damage, which is the problem because I don't have capped chaos res. So when Progenesis falls, my chaos res dips with it. And
I need more mana.
ooh. Get your butt over here. So wait, are those two different rogue exiles, or is that just the one that is doing the chaos and the fire? Because that is a rough combo. On the bright side, I have my Vow now, so we should have DPS. Okay, let go. Huh? Okay, that guy's a brick pretty much at this point. I'm going to go the other way around and then we're going to end on him. How about that? What else do we have? He has life as ES. He's on full life now because of Conk Ground, I think. He's also possessed, so that is that makes him even more rough, but okay. Remember, kids, don't jinx yourself. Ow. I saw... This is the guy that killed me, Igna. This is the one that killed me. Siphons, flash charges, and alchemist grip. Okay, we're going to the next map. Screw this. Nah, gee, that is that's rough. I can't deal with siphon flash charges. I'm sorry. I can't.
You have fabricated your entire memory.
We don't have this thing here, so we can actually... What the fuck? Oh, it's the same fucker. Let's see if we can kill him this time. I see what's going on here. Notice how tanky I am. My flask's charges are up. I had minions to kill, and so they are up. The moment they fall, because they're not permanently up when I have 5 flasks, it becomes more of a problem. So maybe I just remove... Maybe I genuinely remove my 4th flask, which makes me more... Oh, by the way, yeah. I could remove my 4th flask, which makes me more tanky against attacks because I don't have attack block or attack block cap. That could be what I end up doing. Take that away so I have perma. Oh god, we have empty flasks. What did I give freaking red altar minions? How about this? So basically just don't get hits. Get good. This is a rough strategy, I'll say that much. Oh, they also have early res here. Not that it matters too much. These guys have early res, they have more monster life, and then they have, you know, anything else that they might want to have. So like they have more monster life, they have early res. What else do they have? Is that all? I mean, that is an insane amount, but like... Oh no. There's a... What? Thank you. Increase ES aura. Ainsley, can you stay still? Well, I was gonna say, how are you full health or again? Then I realized, you know. Then I realized they just died and fractured. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'll go for that XP farming strategy. I kind of want to see what's the upper end of this looks like, because levels are the next biggest, like, should I say, DPS and tankiness multiplier for me. Oh, you have a temporal shield. Too bad we're all melee, isn't it? he blocks attacks. That kind of explains a lot. So we basically have effective hit chance of whatever his block chances, or 1 minus whatever his block chances. Because I think we should have 100% accuracy. Also, I lost my Carrion Golem. That was a DPS loss. He's back though. Look at his life. Look at the Phantasm struggling to keep him alive. They're like, you shall not die. Not on my watch. Like, he's doing everything in his power to die. Everything. I didn't enjoy doing it. Oh, you mean this strat? Yeah, I think this strat is it's an acquired taste at best, and at worst it's a feels bad strat. It's like you do everything you can to get so much DPS just so you can feel like you're back having Z DPS, you know? Just so I feel like I have DPS again, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go and finish this. I'm gonna finish this stream with a T17. Cause I hate feeling like I have Z DPS. So let's not. Imagine going to a T17 to feel like you have DPS. I'm going to dump Bone Offering. I'm going to dump Volatility for now. I'm gonna leave it as is. Then I'm going to... Do you think the stack deck farm is good in T17s, or do you think it's trash in T17s? But yeah, this is... We're just going to run a quick Ziggurat. Probably no Scarabits. I want to do one with a Scarab, but before I do one with a Scarab, I need to find a strategy I actually want to farm. I want to find a strat I actually want to farm. But that is the hard part. That is the true end game right here. That is what I can't figure out. Ritual spawn the mobs, so I would say no. Let's go through the list. T17s, I personally like Harvest in T17s. I don't know why, but it's just something about the fact that there's just something about having the insane amount of what's it called? Layout isn't as good. I mean, it depends on the layout, right? I think Abomination should be decent with Harvest, with Ritual. Abomination should be decent. I don't think any of the narrow passageway ones would be good. So Ziggurat is off limits. Citadel, I don't know too much what Citadel looks like, so I'd say maybe. Probably not though. And then what else? I'm partial to Harvest, but like if I'm doing a Harvest, then I kind of have to do crop rotation. If I'm doing crop rotation in T17s, I don't mind it. But if I'm not doing crop rotation, I find Harvest boring. Am I the only one? This is my relationship with Harvest. When I'm in T17s, when I'm doing crop rotation, I love it. It's actually very entertaining. I can turn my brain off and just do it. You know, I can lock in, go. When I am not, what's the word? When I am not doing crop rotation, it's the most boring thing on the planet. I do one map and I think I'm done for the day. It's like, please end it. Maybe I should lean towards Harvest because, well, I'm used to Harvest, right? I already have a tree for it and it's already decked out for T17s. Well, not entirely. I would need to do this and do this. Now it's kind of decked out for T17s. Okay, we'll do this. This is gonna be our T17 farming strats. Do we even have the liquid currency to buy everything? No, we don't. So we're going to buy just a few awakening scarabs. No, we'll just buy one. Like, unironically, let's see how much they are going for. Let's buy everything else first. Dublin. So this is only going to be what we run with T17s. One. Dublins are this expensive now. Wow. I think I have influencing scarab of hordes. Yeah, I do. Then Dublin, awakening. What else? There is Nemesis. What else? Monstrous Lineage. That's the one. So this is the strat. So this is the strat. I do want to buy some more of these, so I'm gonna put 10 divines. No, we're actually going to buy like 2 of them. Okay, cool. So I think my strat is going to be, the strat is going to be simple. We are going to do T17s with this, and then in T16s we are going to be farming maps. We're going to just go back to our map farming strategy. I don't really care if I go for 8 mod maps or not. I'm going to use this moment when I am not farming for maps to clear my stash, to then have more space to I guess get more maps. Or what I could just do, I could honestly just turn off maps on my loot filter, like turn off regular maps, because I'll be honest, I don't want to see them. So I'll turn off regular maps. This would not include guardian maps. Like, I wouldn't be able to pick normal maps because all I care about right now is 8 mods or not. And then when I'm in T16s, I'm just going to be dropping white maps. I'm not going to run corruption scarab. I'm going to run basically all cartography scarabs and influences scarab of hordes. So I'm going to run the one that drops the pack size into your maps. I'm going to run the maps per modifier, and then for the last one we're going to run, what else are we going to run? This one more thing, I'm trying to remember. 3 1. I think I already said it, hordes. This guy, yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, let's roll that T17 that I was looking at. I'm not doing LE. Grasping Vines would be a perfect one to test my new this is actually not bad. I'm going to run this. Poison is whatever, because my minions actually have chaos res, and this is enemy monsters have LE res, so they are actually tankier than And then we'll just go imbued harvest. Let's make sure yellow juice is just as expensive as I remember it being. It's even more expensive. Yellow juice keeps going up. Jeez. So they have really high early res. %102% extra early res. So basically they are capped on res. Keep that in mind. Remember, these monsters are capped on res. 75% early res, so we're doing 25% of the damage we would be doing if this was like a non-res map. Bruh, leave me alone.
Death will never come for an immortal. Mortal. Feel death's grip. Darkness falls.
Like I said, we're going to T70 to feel like we have DPS again.
Your soul burns for me.
Yo, is she hasted? She is. And I don't know if I'm dropping frames or what this is. Am I lagging? Is that what's going on here?
Arise, my children. Feed. Give your soul to me. Your soul burns for me. Your soul burns for me. Give your soul to me. Call on that darkness walls. Immortal. Arise, my children. Feed. Your soul burns for me. Give your soul to me.
Yep, she's very hasted here. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's already dead?
Feel death's grip. Darkness walls. Arise, my children. Feed.
He dead. She's capped on early res, by the way. Yeah, no. Safe to say we have a lot of DPS right now. And we can only get more. Nowhere to go but up, as they say. All right, let's go pick up altars that are gonna kill us. We don't care about any of that. None of that. Again, none of that. To be fair, I could just click map boss because there's no map boss, and that could give us more mobs to kill. Jesus Christ. What did I give this guy? Steroids? Like, what do they have? They have insane movement speed, attack cast speed, okay. Do they have frenzy charges on top of this? Well, rare monsters have 2 additional modifiers, so you never know when they're going to pick up hasted or something. I love the fact that I can just stand still. Minus PDR will kill me. I'm almost 100% sure minus PDR kills me here. Like, I'm almost 100% sure. Like, there's basically no doubt in my mind. And by the way, I think a big reason we're able to stand still, in case you're wondering, is we have block, stopping spells. We have some evasion and attack block, stopping attacks. But on top of that, we just have a lot of minions attacking. So instant leash is going crazy as well. Is there a reason I died there? Oh. Extra cold. Okay, that's why. Cold damage, right? I think I already took a big cold damage nerf. Oh, I'm still capped on. Oh, I'm capped on cold res. That is big, right? I think it is. Because I think this is the... This is the one that has double the downsides, correct? I have that selected. Yeah. So that means I don't have to worry about my... Well, it's below cap because I think my cap is at 70 something. But like, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's as like... I thought it'd be as bad as lightning res, which it isn't. So we just have to make sure we keep our distance from the cold damage mobs. Yeah, just keep our distance from them. Keep your distance. Stay the fuck away from me. Thank you.
When I'm ready, and not before.
So the action speed, should I say nerf? Or the movement speed nerf from grasping vines is not counted by Ephemeral's edge. That's unfortunate. I thought it would be. What's next? No, actually, no, I'm very sure that petrification statues count as action speed, so I'm not even worried about that. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Ooh, stay the fuck away from me. Okay, cool. Honestly, we are still near cold res cap, so like it's fine if they hit me. If they were lightning, I'd be in trouble. But they're cold, and I'm almost capped. But they also apply exposure, which would then give like a decent chunk of negative cold res, taking me significantly below cap. Like maybe 10, 20 below cap, and then that's a problem. I see extra lightning damage there. Stay away from me. I want nothing to do with you. I repeat, nothing to do with you. Okay, cool. We're good. Trickster also gets affected by grasping vines. I guess it's just movement speed and not, and like it's expressly movement speed and not action speed. It doesn't. Oh. Please don't make me unlucky. Please. My character hanging on by a literal thread. There's an invulnerability aura something here that is being a pain in the butt. But it should be dead. There's something here that has regen. There's something here that has leeches life. But the good thing is, I think I still have anti-regen. Yes, I do. Nice. One, 10, 4, 6. Okay. So now we just do these guys. Speaking of those guys. Bruh. That's on me. Shouldn't have done that.
When I'm ready and not before.
The fact that my Carrion Golem actually lives there is wild to me. I was like, he is dead. Dead. And then he like, hold my beer. But yeah, I think Grasping Vines is actually being the death of me here whenever this falls off. Because it's like, it's doing chaos damage. I think it's ironic that I'm no longer capped on chaos res because I was about 50, 60 over cap on chaos res, and then I think I just overdid it when I went less than that. Four, 11, 8, 9. We're gonna do this first. Beautiful. It actually stayed. Yo, what is happening? That's what's happening. Freaking Soul Eater, man. We're going to chill here. Allow him to lose some souls, you know, lose some weight, breathe. You know, shed everything. Then we'll be back. Then we'll be back. Then and only then are we gonna be back. This is where I don't know who the real one is anymore. Oh, and he has siphon flash charges. No, he's creating mirrors who have their own modifiers. No. This one has siphon, which is bad for me. This is dumb. But let's go. Your charges weren't up. Yeah. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I'll just bait them.
When I'm ready and not before.
Okay, siphon charges is gone. Because I'm like, one thing I also noticed was like, why on earth do I not have my flasks, my Val skill? Now that I have this back up, hopefully I'm able to get to... Hopefully I'm able to get my Val skill going. There we go. Val skill gotten. Now I need to find him in all of this BS. Where the fuck is he? There he is. Is that him? He has mods, which I don't think the others have. So anyone that has mods, one is dead. This is the guy. Where is... I hate that it disappears. I hate it so much. Like I'm tracking him, I'm tracking him, he just disappears. I'm going to stay on you like white on rice. I don't know where he is again. I don't fucking know where he is. There. His jump animation with Soul Eater is way too fast, so I don't see him actually move. Don't we have temporal chains? We'll let his souls fall off. Screw that. Also, let's consider this. Fuck you. I've never hit a single mob so much. Like, jeez. And grasping vines definitely did not help me.
When I'm ready and not before.
Ooh. No, nothing to leech from because my guy was burrowed. What was that?
mana.
Okay, cool. This is clearly not the strat to do if you want to level up. Is this crop rotation? Yes, it is. Yes, it was. It's the only, that's the only strat where you make a decent chunk of just one juice. Holy shit, that was an interesting map. Let's run another before we end it for the day. But yeah, it's crop rotation. No reflect. Phase as. Life from Minion, no. I don't want to run less block, but I kind of want to test out petrification statues. But you're not gonna do block. And feeble crits, early weakness, temporal chains. Unique boss has AoE, more monster life. Yowzers. We're gonna do it anyways. But yowzers. I thought I just said a volatile core, and I probably did.
When I'm ready, I'm not prepared.
Over here.
Let's take off our shrines. Do we have any other shrines that are... No, nothing. Okay, cool.
Death will never come for an immortal.
Yeah, I can see that AoE.
Feel death's grip.
I can see the AoE.
Your soul burns for me. Kulamak, feel death's grip. Mortal. Arise, my children. Feed. Give your soul to me.
I'm surprised that she wasn't screen wide.
Burns for me. Kulamak, arise, my children. Feed. Give your soul to me. Your soul burns for me. My children.
You're dead.
Feed mortal.
Mm-hmm. I don't like less recovery rates because that means my ES for summoning swords is going to be way lower. Again, I think minus PDR will kill me, so I'm just not going to even bother. I can maybe deal with reduced defense since I don't need most defenses at least. I don't care about that too much. Oh, and by the way, because I'm using Ephemeral's Garb on my AG, this is one of the very few minion builds that can do Citadel. We at least have that going for us. So we can, if we wanted to, we can take advantage of Citadel. Because now action speed can be lowered. And our minions' action speed can be lowered, even more importantly. But yeah, I haven't died to a crit all map. And this is a big crit map. I don't have anti-crit on my tree. I do have, like, it's just my AG that's my main anti-crit, and I think he's doing really well. I don't know. My crit should have killed me already by now. Just off of crits. Like, this is insane. This is a big amount of crit chance. They're basically guaranteed to crits. Every hit is going to be crits. If we don't have like Ephemeral's Garb. Like, if I desummon, I don't want to do this, but I could also desummon my AG to just see how quick I die. It's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. Very, very bad. Don't do this at home. Especially not if you want to level up. Do we have any other not explored places?
This way, exile.
This is a bad crop rotation map. Very, very bad.
Need not the fruit, just the juice.
I've heard early base game is pretty fun so far. From, I should honestly say from who? Is it from someone who liked the last season? I knew it. You can always trust the tiny ones to get away. Most of the day, like Zizran and a couple of other people. Should we try early tomorrow? I mean, I'm open to the idea, I'll be honest, but like, we'll see. You know what? We're gonna try it. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, look, it's Solita. Get cold. And then this is just trash. But I think my AG did his job in terms of anti-crits. Like, I didn't die once in that map, and that was 1000% crits. 1000% crit chance, to be specific. Crit multi was, you know, still nasty. Like, what was the crit multi on this map? Good night, Cicely. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. 133% crit multi. So that's 160% bonus damage from crits if you have no reduced damage source. And I don't think I have any reduced damage source. These are all Minion max life tattoos. So yeah, I should have died if they just couldn't crit, you know? Ooh, jeez. But yeah, overall, what do I think about the current state of this build? I would ideally like to get it to the point where it has even more damage, and other than the damage portion, I want to get it to the point where it requires less buttons. That said, it's at a minimum would always require 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't even think that's possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept the fact that this is going to be a button intensive build. We're gonna play this. We're gonna enjoy it, and then guess what we're gonna do? I think we're going to work on a new build eventually, and I think that build is going to be centered around golems. I don't know to what capacity. I don't know what ascendancy. I could be going elementalist for that build. Get +2 golems. I could be going necromancer and then just flesh and flame it, or I could try to flesh and flame bone barrier, but I assume that is going to be fucking expensive. Like if I just PoE the seal, it's going to be so goddamn expensive. But let's see it. Flame, flesh, bone barrier. One divine for forbidden flesh bone barrier and forbidden flame bone barrier is no. I put bone barrier. What the fuck? How many times would I type bone barrier for this shit? It is 7 divines. Ah. That's not bad. Because I really don't need minion life. I would need this. I would want this. But like for golems, I don't care about skill effect duration. I don't care about, like, I care about block, but I can get block elsewhere. I don't care about, I care about their defenses, right? I do care about their defenses, but not to the point where it matters too much, because I know for a fact that they have this node which automatically resummons them, and other than this node, they have this node that makes them immune to early damage. So realistically, the only thing that can kill my golem is physical and chaos damage, and we just, for that, we just need to get 1-2. This is anti-phase, this is anti-crit, or chaos. With those two, they're good. Then the next question would be, what the fuck would we end up, which golem? I'm probably gonna go a melee golem simply because early damage with attacks. I could try flame golem, but flame golem I think uses a spell. Could be wrong on that, but I think it uses a spell. Let's check before we end stream. I mean, it's all we get till next year, so might as well. +1 max holy. The godly enchant, maybe early grab before those people start to log off for the league. Oh, you mean the forbidden flesh and flame? Maybe I should, but we'll see. PoE DB. Yeah, maybe I should actually. Flame golem. Summon flame golem. We'll just pick a random level. I think this is the one we're gonna want them to spam. No, it's this one. I think. Yeah, it's this one. I don't know what this is. It has a pierce. No, it's this one. 6-second cooldown. We're gonna have to scale this down so they spam it, and then they spell echo and all of that good stuff. But it's a spell in any case, so early damage with attacks would be a dead link for this. So yeah, if I really wanted this, it would have to be like a carrion golem build or a stone golem build or something along those lines. Because, like, again, this is what? This is more AD and this is early damage attack. So if I go a spell based minion, then it's only using crits, because faster attacks it doesn't use that. Early damage attacks doesn't use that. More attack damage doesn't use that. It does use level of support gem, so he has 3 links out of the 6. So a 9 link, which is unideal. So, and of course he has the enchant, so a Valsky would be better. In any case, it doesn't, and none of that matters. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with, I honestly don't know at this point. I'm gonna try early off stream, and if I feel good about it, then I'll play early. Then I can try streaming it tomorrow. If not, we're back to PoE. Yeah, sounds about right. Till then, good night and 07.